Mysteries of all kinds seem to surface from all around the world. Over the years, there have been reports of paranormal phenomena and extraterrestrial accounts. Some of these mysteries tend to never leave the region in which they first began, whereas others might make national headlines all around the world in their appearance. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we will be covering 5 legends and mysteries from the continent of Africa. The Popobauer of Tanzania. The year was 1964, and the people of Zanzibar felt as if their government no longer held the interest of general welfare. It was suggested they were merely abusing the country for the sake of personal monetary gain and oppressive power. This led to the people of Zanzibar, mostly the local African revolutionaries, to stand up against their government. This led a revolt that would lead to the fall of the Sultan and the Arab government controlling the region. Many often believed it impossible that revolutionaries would be able to take back their country and liberate their people, and so it's easy to imagine that after the fall of the Sultan, many of the locals came together to celebrate the momentous occasion. It was during this time that the first rumours began to spread about the creation of a jinn. According to the legend, many believed that the Sultan used an evil magic to summon a demonic entity known as a jinn. This was to enact revenge against those of whom stood against him. After the summoning of the demon, however, the Sultan quickly lost control. This caused the demon to fly out and live on the island of Pemba. Originally, many of the locals refused to believe in the stories and assumed that they were nothing more than legends to scare the revolutionaries, to submit or to give up their fight altogether. But that next year would see a number of strange sightings that all centered around the same creature description, the creature known as the Popobauer. In the native tongue, Popobauer translates to mean a bat's wing, a fitting description for the demon that terrorizes the country of Tanzania. Described by locals as resembling that of a large man-sized bat with a leathery skin and a single massive eye in the middle of its face, the demon has been known for suddenly appearing in a cloud of smoke, reeking of sulfur and fire, and attacking the men of a village and terrorizing them until it disappears. Unlike other demonic entities reported around the world, the Popobauer can appear even during the middle of the day, capable of wreaking havoc whereas it wishes to go. Today, many witness reports continue to pour in as those living within the region of Zanzibar claim that the Popobauer has been residing near to their city and has been seen attacking locals at random intervals all throughout the year. The Kariba Dam Sacrifice. At the heights of its power, the Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland commissioned local industrial giants. This was to begin work on the creation of one of the largest dams to exist in the region. It's known as the Kariba Dam and was constructed within the Zambezi River. The project was determined to be a necessity in the region as the water from the river would not only be able to power all of the electrical requirements for that region, but it would also prove to be a major work program that would allow a number of locals to generate income, while working on the project to be used to help spur the local economy of the region. Unfortunately, many of the religious figures already suffering under the oppressive hand of the government felt that the construction of the dam was a violation of the principles of their god. More specifically, the god of the river Zambezi was believed to reside within the river. The religious figures argued that if the dam was built, then the god would curse them for messing with the natural ecosystem and bring on a tragedy, urging the locals to defy the government and refuse construction. Despite this sentiment from the religious leaders, many of the locals would still go to work on the construction of the dam, assisting in the government's tactic to force the native people to move from their homes and live elsewhere. Almost as if directly predicted by their religious leaders, shortly after the people were moved, a devastating flood tore through the region and, due to the half construction of the dam blocking the only direction for water to flow, it led to the entire dam becoming destroyed. This in turn took the lives of every single worker that was working on the construction of the project. Oddly enough, however, not a single body has been recovered. Given the fact that the majority of those who died were locals, this led to many of the relatives begging the religious leaders to help lift the curse and allow the dam to be constructed without any future problems. The religious leaders then gave instructions to the people that the only way for the curse to be lifted, they must sacrifice a calf and offer it to the river. For some inexplicable reason, after the ceremony was completed, the bodies of the workers appeared where the calf was placed in the river, allowing the souls to finally be put to rest. The haunted forest of Somalia. The locals living near the forests of Somalia tell the same stories to their children regardless of the region they reside in. They claim that the forests of Somalia have become haunted by childlike spirits, of whom proved to be the victims of a woman that still lurks throughout the region. According to the legend, living within the forests is that of a deformed woman of whom was shunned from society long ago. The woman is regarded as being a bloodthirsty entity capable of devouring children whole. She mostly preys upon those who enter the forest alone without proper supervision. Though many believed that the legend began in an effort to prevent children from entering the forests and becoming lost, there are a few tourists that have claimed to have seen a deformed woman travelling through the forest during their trips into the region. When questioned further as to the creature's appearance, they claimed that the woman's deformity was severe, transforming her whole body into something similar to that of a witch. They also claimed that the woman they saw had one incredibly long ear. The Impugndulu lightning bird. There is a monster found all throughout the folktales of ancient tribes all across Africa. They continue to be sighted even in the modern day. The monster is referred to as the Impugndulu, also known as the lightning bird, and is believed to be responsible for terrible thunderstorms that will randomly strike throughout the regions of where the tribes live. According to the ancient African mythology, the bird was created or summoned by powerful witches. It's reported that they would pass down the lightning bird throughout generations, as they are seen as immortal. The birds themselves have supernatural abilities that include being able to create thunder with their wings. Additionally, it's believed that the birds were capable of manipulating the weather and bringing on good fortune with rain and agriculture. However, the birds were also known as agents of chaos and would strike down people at random. As time went on, the mythologies surrounding the bird began to change by region, with some tribes claiming that the bird had the ability to take people, lay eggs that could be made into powerful magical potions, and that the bird itself possessed the ability to shapeshift into whoever it wanted to appear as. Even today, the legend lives on as parents continue to tell their children stories about the bird, with some still claiming to have seen the lightning bird in the clouds during a massive thunderstorm. The hidden burials of Malawi. The Republic of Malawi is often described by tourists as a must-see tourist destination that holds some of the most beautiful landscapes in the world. This could quite possibly be due to a number of national parks that the country holds, including the Malawi National Park, that features a site over the southern end of the Lake Malawi and rare aquatic habitats seen nowhere else in the world. Despite this incredible beauty, however, the local residents began to spread dark and morbid rumours all across the country. These stories would eventually reach the ears of the travelling tourists, bringing in a large number of economic benefits to local commerce. These rumours centred around the belief that the Malawi National Park held a number of hidden burial graves all across the area, some still being contributed to in recent years as bodies were being hidden away in mass graves. At first, the urban legends were believed to have been nothing more than rumours to scare away the tourists or to prevent them from staying too long in the national parks and destroying a number of endangered habitats. It wasn't until a mass grave burial site was uncovered that people began to take the rumours far more seriously. Located within the stump of a fallen tree, several unknown individuals had dug out a massive hole in the trunk that led down into a small cavern underground. This cavern was then used to stuff bodies into that built up a massive underground burial chamber for anyone unfortunate enough to have been tossed in. Though no further information could be found surrounding an investigation into the matter, the rumours very quickly became public fact. But what do you all think of these strange and unexplainable urban legends found all across the continent of Africa? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below, and be sure to share your answers and questions about the video to help grow our community and share insightful comments about the nature of these topics. Hopefully, as we continue to grow our community, we will one day be able to solve these unexplainable mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.